Welcome back, viewers. As you may know, my name's Fraser. This is Kerb. So yeah, I thought I'd give you an update because I realized that after I made the last two videos on this car is that I haven't really told you what it's like to drive now that I've rebuilt the whole engine and that I've done a bunch of suspension work to it. So here it is. Here's the update. Where the hell are we driving to? Maybe I should get back on the freeway because I feel like we're really in the middle of nowhere right now. Yeah, why not? Let's get back on the freeway. Let's turn around. And honestly, this thing's doing really well. I'm very, very impressed with it. I think, considering its age, 51 years this year, I really, really can't complain. It's my daily driver, something I may not have mentioned before, but basically this is my only car, so it needs to work. It needs to be somewhat reliable. Fortunately, I'm not driving every single day. I'm not really liking sitting here in the heat. It would be good to get out of here. Anyways, all right, let's go. Gonna do a little cheeky U-turn here. We're gonna make it. Yeah, baby. All right. So, I don't even know where I am right now. I think this is Auburn. Here goes nothing. Okay. Whoop. I'm going this way. Don't tell me. No, that's not it. You may be asking yourselves, why did I bring my classic Beetle to the hottest place on earth? And yeah, I'm thinking myself the same question. Anyways, okay, what's this video about? This car still runs great. It's making about as much power as it ever did before, and you know, which isn't anything to write home about, but it's perfectly adequate for how light this car really is. So after I've done the suspension kind of modifications that I showed you guys this year, the car drives really nicely. It's got a nice amount of control for how softly sprung it is, and it's definitely got a lot more ride height, which is the main thing that I was really concerned about from taking this car off-roading in the future. So I wanted to do that just so I could not only take it off-roading, but also put the larger tires on it. So basically right now it's got essentially a factory setup. It's got 14-inch rims, which aren't exactly correct. It should have 15s, but I didn't know at the time when I bought them. And it's got the larger tires on it now, so wider sidewall. And essentially they basically make it drive how the Bug would have from the factory. I think it's about 5 kilometers off the speedo, like what it would have been, which, you know, isn't too bad. Oh, my light's on here. Now we're back into it. This is a hot ass day. Beat the Land Cruiser! Get up to speed. There we go. You know, really, the car's driving great. It's still my one and only car. It's my daily driver. Fortunately, I'm really only taking it away on the weekends now. And hence, I've actually transferred it to Club Rego. And yeah, I really can't complain. Oh, that's a nice, what is it, Majesta, that's sick. Kind of Toyota VIP car. Yeah, really, after the rebuild and all the work that I've done, you know, this car just kind of keeps on going. It's very reliable for a car that's, you know, 51 years old this year. So honestly, if you're looking to buy something like this, even just as a project, there's so much you can learn on Volkswagen Beetles. That's why I bought the car in the first place, was purely just to learn. And I feel like this platform has done a fantastic job of letting me do that. I have pushed my skills further than I ever thought that I could before. And yeah, literally, hence the video series that I did this year. I've had other cars previously that I would not have felt comfortable pulling apart the entire motor of. And you know, being reassured that I'd be able to do it successfully and be able to start it and make the car run again without any issues. And here I am driving the car that I literally pulled apart the engine only about 6 months ago in, and it's running just fine, which still baffles me, honestly. I've never been this far down this tunnel. I really don't know what's going to happen. Oh, that's a terrifying noises. What was that? Someone is talking. What the hell? I don't know if you can pick that up on video, but that's very strange. I've never had a tunnel talk to me before. It just serves me right. It's about the journey, not the destination. And I was really hoping that this would be a nice kind of like ocean drive, quite chill and peaceful, you know, something interesting to film at least. And it feels like I'm in LA. Like there's just so much traffic. Oh, and I know why. It's because this truck isn't doing anything. What are you doing, truck? All of the searching for this road was such a adventure, and I kind of forgot about the fact that I was actually driving. It's just, you know, we've all done it. Happens to the best of us. I just keep questioning, like, should I keep going or should I turn around and go back? I don't know. Do you guys ever just, you know, just hop in your car and go for a drive and then just get completely lost? Like, I literally have not planned. I've got a vague idea in my head of where I want to go, and I have no idea the actual proper route to get to it from where I am at this point right here. So it's just a total mystery, you know? Like every single little bit just feels like I'm getting kind of close, but then I'm kind of getting further away, and it's like I think that I'm gonna pop out at one point and then I get spat out at another. It's like where are we? You know, like I've been around these areas before, but I've never driven them. Anyways, car's still going good. I'm still going good. You're still going good. That's all that matters. We're going for a drive. Doesn't matter where we end up, because driving is really fun. If you get away from the fact that it has zero safety equipment whatsoever, this car is an absolute pleasure to drive. You just have to be a little bit more conscious of what's on the road ahead of you, which honestly I kind of like. I really enjoy being engaged when I'm driving, and this car just really kind of does that for me. I love the way that it steers. I love the fact that the brakes are not assisted, so they only get applied however much you're pressing down on them. And the throttle response is awesome, you know, it's just a little carburetor, so it basically however much you push down again is however much fuel is going to go in there. You're not always going to get a lot of power. You kind of need to be in the right rev range, and ironically this car doesn't have a tacho or anything like that. I just really enjoy how this car works. Everything is just so simple. It just does exactly what it's supposed to do. And I think if you're someone like me, oh nice Integra over there. If you're someone like me who just enjoys driving, you like the noise that the car makes, you like having to change gears and engaging with your surroundings, this car just really hones in on that. You connect with everything around you. And I think that's a really beautiful and unique thing. Most cars that I've driven at least have, it's like 80% there, but then something holds you back. And I think, you know, for the main part, it's materials. I think the fact that I'm touching wood and I'm touching metal and there's not a whole bunch of plastic surrounding me right now, it's a very raw and visceral experience. The smells as well, I can smell petrol and carbon and all sorts of things coming from the engine and the interior and the vinyl. It's just a really nice place to be. I mean, maybe that's not for everybody. Of course, I know that it's not for everybody, but it definitely is for me. And that's just why I love this car. And I've owned two cars now that I said that I would keep forever. One of those was the Mazda RX-8. However, I decided not to do that because it was costing me way too much money to keep on the road at the time. And then the other car is this. I really can't imagine ever letting this go. It just has such a character. And I think that old cars, especially, you know, classics and stuff, I think they have character, and that's something that isn't really spoken that often about with cars. It gives you a feeling, it has memories that are associated with it. I think you do that with every car. You create memories in cars whenever you're driving, but I love it. I really do. Little Safari has taken me to so many places that I couldn't have gone without it. And I mean, it hasn't let me down too many times, let's just say that. It's been more reliable than I was expecting it to be, and I was expecting it to be a lot of work. Gosh, it is still so hot. Okay, Liverpool, let's go. Let's go. So I bought this car for $10,000. Actually, $10,070 if you include the case of beer that I spent because the person that I bought it from wanted beers basically for when it was sold. And I really can't complain. I've spent less money on this car than I have on any other car that I've owned. And I've owned it for 3 years now, almost to the month. I bought it in November 2020. This car just continues to put a smile on my face. It doesn't matter where I'm going, what I'm doing, who I'm with. It's just always a fun time. I think it's just the simplicity of the gearbox that is somehow, you know, not crunching, still works perfectly fine. It kind of throws a bit long, but it's nice, feels really mechanical. You know, the clutches, nothing to write home about. Or the brakes happen when you press on them. You know, it's just simple motoring, simple driving. And I think that's what I love about this car the most. It's not trying to be anything it isn't. And, oh, wow, okay, so that's port bottoning. Maybe I should go over that way. Okay, here we go. I think we're making some progress. As well as being really confused. Oh, wait a minute, I think I know where I am now. Oh, yes. Am I here? Oh, yeah, here we go. Look at that. Look at that. All roads lead to where you want to go in the end. But it's still a hell of a lot of fun to drive, especially when I had it in its previous setup. When it was a bit lower, it would just be a riot. I had so much fun in this car on twisty roads, which you really wouldn't expect for something as pedestrian as a Volkswagen Beetle. Oh dear, oh, okay, that person's coming over. And Wollongong, that's it, that's where I want to be. Come on, let me in. Thank you. Why is there so many people out on the road today? Like, it's a Thursday. Goodness. Okay. Here we go. Like, it's great. It doesn't have a lot of power, but it has everything you need. Never at one point have I been in this car and thought, oh, I'm not satisfied with it. And I've done all sorts of things in this car. I've driven through floods. I've driven it literally like up to Cairns and back nearly. It's seriously gobsmacking how reliable this car has been to me. And I've treated it probably the worst I've treated any other car. I've given it less love, I've washed it less times. It's dirty, it's rough, it's got rust in certain spots that don't really matter, fortunately. Aesthetically, it looks hilarious. I think a lot of people really vibe with the fact that it's got lots of paint over it. Speaking of which, I did not paint it. For any viewers who are wondering, I actually met a lovely girl called Nicole when I was traveling, and she painted the entire car for me over the span of just over a week. Look, I wanted to be here. This was where I was trying to get to. Oh, that's just amazing. I love it. Ooh. Bloody brilliant. So modifications. That's very loud and annoying. So modifications. What have I done to this car during the time that I've owned it? Well, I put some roof racks on it quite early into ownership, and they blew off on the Mooney Bridge, which wasn't great. So yeah, had to get some other ones. Found another set in, where were they? Yeppoon, and they were $30. So that's the ones that I currently have for the car, which I'll be putting back on the car going into next year, so I can go camping in it more often. It's good to put extra stuff because there really isn't a whole lot of room in this. And what else? I've got the steering wheel. This is basically like a replica Porsche 356 steering wheel. It's from Air Cooled Accessories. It's really, really nice. I bought, I think, what did I get? I think I got like, maybe it was the little fog light from them, the one that I have at the front of the car. And I was curious about the quality of their products, and honestly that kind of blew me away. So I was like, you know what, I really would like to get some more stuff from them, so hence the steering wheel. I'm gonna scooch over. Okay, now there's even more traffic. You know, I was trying to escape the traffic. That was the whole point of me going this way. And I also have the toggle switches for the lights. So they are actually from old Porsches. I believe 356s as well. Not what I was expecting. You know, I was hoping for a nice, clean run, but I guess, what are all these people doing out here? Oh, there we go. There's some wind. If you ever get the chance to drive a Beetle, I would highly recommend it. It's just one of those iconic cars that will just never be forgotten. And there's something to be said about those cars. Even things like little Fiat 500s, what else, Citroen 2CVs, all those little cars, they've done a hell of a lot for people and their lives during history. And this is one of those, the Beetle. In fact, this model is literally the 15th million edition. 15 million! It says it on the keyring, which I think is just gobsmacking. Oh my god, there's spikes over there. That's not good. This could be a good place to stop, despite the fact it says no stopping. I was looking for a place to stop. So that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and please let me know in the comments if you'd like to see some more content with this car. I'm kind of done with modifying it and doing little jobs like that for now, so yeah, open to suggestions. I hope you have a very nice holiday break, and I look forward to seeing you in 2024. Take care.